Good morning, students of class 6. As we have finished our syllabus, so it's time for revision. So let's start the revision of chapter number 1 of history, that is introduction. Introduction, in this chapter we have to learn about what is history. So as we all know that history is the subject which tells us about the events of past. So it is the study of past, and we all know that to understand the present well, we have to look upon our past. Okay, so there is connection between past and present. That's why we need to study history. Okay. After that, we have to read about the sources or the materials which tells us about the information about the events which happened in the past. Okay. So to know about anything, we need some sources. Yes. So to understand, to know the events of past, we need sources. So the sources of history is divided into two parts. Okay, so there are two types of sources to know the history. The first one is archaeological source and the second one is literary source. Okay, what is archaeological source? Archaeological source, it includes the remains of past, the things like monuments, building, ornaments, jewelry, pots, all the things that were used by the early humans. Okay, we can say these are the sources, these are the examples of archaeological sources. Okay, when we see the monument like Taj Mahal or Lal Killa, the question comes in our mind that who built it, when it was built. Yes, so and we just try to find out the answer of these questions. So definitely in this way, this archaeological source, that is monument, yes, it gives us information about the past. After that, literary source. Literary source, it includes two type of sources: secular and religious. First of all, we will talk about religious literary sources like Ramayana, Mahabharata, Puran, Bible, Quran. The books which are related to religion, they also tell us about the past, about the events that occurred in the past. So these kind of books are called religious books, which come under literary source. And apart from that, there are various books like foreign travelers' account, biographies, autobiographies. Yes, the books, the subjects which do not deal with religious things, they are referred to as secular books. Okay, so books like literary sources are also the very good example of knowing the past events. Okay, so we have covered the definition of a history. Now we have covered that there are two sources that from which we know about the past. After that, we are going to read about the early man. Early man were hunters and gatherers. They used to move from one place to another in search of food and shelter. Yes, and they used simple tools which were made up of bones, wood, and later on they started making tools by the using of stone. Yes, that's why it is also referred as a stone age. So stone age, it means the early age of human civilization, in which people used to collect foods by moving from one place to another, and they used such kind of simple tools which were made of stone. Okay, so that's why it is called it was called stone age. After that we are going to learn about the achievements of stone age, that what people achieved during this age. So during the stone age, people discovered, learned to use how to use the fire. And fire, we all know the use of fire, like at present, at winter season, every one needs fire to keep themselves warm. Okay, we can cook food by the use of fire. At the night, the fire can bring light, and we can utilize the time of night also. Yes, so this was the major, we can say, discovery of stone age fire. After that, people started domesticated different kinds of animals like goats, cows, sheep, and these animals proved to be very useful for humankind. Yes, people got several things from these animals, like milk and other food items they got, and these animals helped the people later on in economically as well. Yes, they are now the friends of human beings, we can say. So people started domesticating animals. After that, people also started producing food crops. Yes, and after learning the art of agriculture, people became settled at one place. Now people had not to go from one place to another in search of food. Earlier they were called hunter-gatherers because they were traveling all the time. But the agriculture, due to it, people settled at one place. Why they settled? To look after their crops. Yes, they settled at one place, and this way permanently they settled at one place. So it was also a very great achievement of a stone age. After that, we can say they made different tools made up of iron. Yes, like axe, for and the age of a stone age, in which it is given in our book that X was discovered, and it marked the beginning of a new era, we can say, because people started clearing the forests by the use of X, and they started agriculture on that field. Yes, so in this way the tools changed the life of human beings. Then invention of wheel, which improved transportation. Wheel, it was also a very useful achievement of human being, because we all know that the backbone of economy depends upon the transport system. Yes, so transport system, it linked the countries, uh, the countries which were far away from one country, they now linked to each other, and in this way transport, due to transport system, trade started. Then people became also came together, and not only it helped in economy, but culture also traveled from one place to another, and in this way we knew the culture of other people. And we can say that after some time, due to the invention of wheel, globalization occurred. Yes, so this was a very great achievement in the Stone Age. So we have discussed what were the main achievements of Stone Age. Now we are going to discuss about the copper. During Stone Age, people found the metal copper, and copper was the first metal people started using that metal. Okay, and they mixed copper with tin, and it was made bronze. So we can say that after the Stone Age, Bronze Age started. So with the discovery of copper, people shifted from Stone Age to Bronze Age. Okay, so this much we have to learn in the chapter. First, you have to go through all these things, and this chapter is also coming in your annual examination. So I hope that you will learn the chapters of history which we are revising, and it will be helpful for you in the coming examination. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.